I'm at Fattoria Poggerino with Piero Lanza. Tell us a bit about your vineyard.
So hello to everybody. I am the owner of this farm. Partner in the farm with my sister. We are in Radda in Chianti. Radda is a historical area for Chianti wine, and this is a very small farm that have 43 hectares with only 11 hectares of vineyards. Of these 11 hectares of vineyards, we have 10 hectares of sangiovese grape and 1 hectare of merlot grape. We are really in a special area for to grow the sangiovese, because sangiovese we have all the vineyards south exposition, and as I always say, the engine of a plant are the leaves, and the petrol of this engine is the sun. So be able to have all the vineyards south exposition want to say that the leaves are able to work in the best way, and the photosynthesis basically help then the grape to ripe in the best way.
Why do you also have some merlot?
I have some merlot because we have a field that where the condition used to be not good enough to produce sangiovese, because it's west down on the valley, west exposition. So we decided to don't grow sangiovese because we was not able to produce there a top quality wine with sangiovese. Because merlot ripe 2 weeks before sangiovese, we decided that merlot was a good alternative to the sangiovese grape.
Do you think it also adds something to the character, which is something you want to the wine that you blend the merlot in?
Yes, well actually I always like to do some different things. So our Chianti Classico is made with only sangiovese grape, 100%. Then we produce a super Tuscan wine, it's called EGT, that need to be different to our Chianti Classico. So this is why I decided that this blend with merlot give the wine a little bit different, and I would say a little bit more modern comparing with the sangiovese and the Chianti Classico. So this is why I decided to do this wine basically. And we sell this wine more in new markets, like can be Russia market or Canadian market, markets that where they like more newer style wines. I can tell you that this wine, the Primamateria is the name of the wine, is a new world style wine, but it's closer than our Chianti Classico. Our Chianti Classico is sold much more in historical market, like can be US, like can be London, market that appreciate wines of really terroir wines.
So you make 4 different wines, right?
Yeah, we make well actually we make a rosé that is a saignée of sangiovese. The first reason why we make this rosé is to increase the quality of the red wine. As soon as we destem the grape, the same day we take out 10-15% of juice. In this way we increase the proportion skin juice, and so we have a natural concentration of the skins of the tank, and so all the color and all the taste is more concentrated in the red. And on the other side we have this juice that we ferment like a white wine, and we make a very nice rosé that is nice during the summer, and you know, we have great success with our rosé. Then we make the first our base red is called Labirinto, that come from sangiovese of new vineyards. New vineyards give very good fruit, but the phenolic ripening, the skins is not complex enough to be become our Chianti Classico, and so we prefer don't call this wine Chianti Classico. It could be Chianti Classico for many farms, but not for us. And we produce a wine that is a little bit cheaper than our Chianti Classico, but very nice, easy to drink. And then we produce a Chianti Classico that is our main production,
which is simply called Chianti Classico.
It's simply called Chianti Classico Poggerino, that come from sangiovese, from old vineyards. It's a mix of different vineyards, and it's a wine that is aged 12 months in French oak barrels. That it's on one way I say it's old-fashioned because it's only sangiovese, because we don't want to use too much oak in the wine. So basically, it's in this wine you can really appreciate the character of the sangiovese grape. Then we make a Chianti Classico Riserva, that it's again only sangiovese, but a very old vineyard. It's a vineyard that my parents planted in 1973. So it's a wine that we make in very small quantity from this single vineyard called Bugialla. Bugialla is the name of a medieval church we have in the farm, and behind this church we have these vineyards that we call Bugialla, where this wine comes from. And this is definitely the maximum expression of what sangiovese is able to give in this area. Very complex, easy to drink in a way, but very complex on the other way, and it's a wine that is able to age for a long time anyway. And the last one is the blend we were speaking before, that is the sangiovese with merlot 50-50, and the wine is called Primamateria. Primamateria, yes.
Raw material?
Prime material. Yes. Coming back to the terroir condition, I was speaking about exposition. Then ground. We have a ground with clay. The clay is able to absorb the water during the rainy season and leave slowly to the roots during the dry season. So we never have stress in the vineyards, and so the vineyards are able to work until the harvest very well. So they are able to ripen the proper way the grape until the end of the season. But at the same time we have stones. We have many stones, schist stones, what we call in this area galestro, and the stones
which is the classic soil of Chianti.
It's a classic soil, I would say, of this area, because in Chianti the ground changed very much. Chianti, it's an area that is 80 kilometers large, between 40 and 50 kilometers. Sorry, 80 kilometers long, between 40 and 50 kilometers large, where you see vineyards between 200 meters until 600 meters, with many different kind of ground. So it's really difficult to speak about a terroir in Chianti Classico. What we are trying to do is to understand areas, to try to separate the areas of Chianti Classico, where we can say in this area of Radda we can produce this style of wine, in this other area we can produce this other style of wine. So it's quite complex. The ground is very complex. The ground on the opposite hill is completely different than the ground here. So it's really difficult to say.
But you put a lot of attention to what you do in the vineyards, I understand, and one of the things you do since a couple of years is you work with biodynamism, biodynamic principles. What does that mean for you as a wine grower?
Well, we started about 10 years ago with organic agriculture, and now it's about 2 years we are doing biodynamic.